Here are some really quick tips that I've come up with that I've kind of learned in this process. One of the things that I found another way to find people, if you follow blogs or if you know of someone in your town that writes, perhaps for the local publication, and they have a Twitter account, somebody local that has a very big reach, search for their name. You can search for it with the @ symbol too. I know I've told you a couple different ways to do it, but you can also do it this way. Once you're searching for them, when they come up, they're usually a pretty huge resource for direct local people who are actually not businesses, mostly, who are people that might be interested in reading your publication. So we go through the same process of going and looking at their followers and clicking and following every single one that seems, oh, there we, it's not good. Every single one that seems, let's try another one. Park Baby here. Every single one. I'm following her. I'm going to click her name or her picture. And I am going to go ahead to see who her followers are. She has 2,520 followers. The majority of them are Pittsburgh. You can see right here, Power in the Verse, Amy Badu, she's from Pittsburgh. I'm going to go ahead and follow her. And hopefully she'll follow me back at some point. These are real people. Northside, let's see, Littles, Lottie's Feet, Supermom Place. This is a really great way to find specific people, and you can go through and you can stalk their entire list and find the people that most likely are Pittsburgh people or your location. So go through it. And you know what? They'll also have lots of businesses too. It'll be a great way to connect nationally and locally. Even here's like the Ronald McDonald House. Well, what a great information to have and share. I'm sure there are people on your list that have dealt with that in some manner or capacity. So finding somebody that's big in your area that has followers, whether it be a really popular local newscaster, a blogger, a writer, a journalist, things like that, you can find their followers and find a whole list of people as well. And what you'll find is that they'll actually start to follow you most times. Again, make sure in your settings that you have it listed, your notices, that you are notified via email that someone new followed. You can't follow, you can't kind of keep track of it specifically unless you do it this way. It makes it really easy to see when someone followed you and keep track to see if you're being successful here on Twitter, if you're finding people and events and whatnot. Another tip is to, again, let someone else do the work for you. Find all the newscasters, find all the parents' magazines. Be a really great resource, not only locally, but with national information about recalls and fruit and the hurricane coming and whatnot. Utilize national businesses and informational tweeters to pass that information along to your readers. The next tip is that you can, somebody had asked, I believe it was Kara, someone asked about Twitter versus Facebook. Well, they're two separate entities, and people seem to prefer one or the other or both. The best way to be successful is to do it all, so that you have your finger in every single pot. It is difficult, it is time consuming, but there are some ways to kind of help you with that. You can set up your Twitter and your Facebook account to kind of interconnect. There are some, you gotta kind of go through some settings to set it up, and we'll tutorial that maybe another time. But what would happen once you do have it set up, when you tweet something, most times if you put at the end of the tweet, let's let it catch up with me. If you put, hi everyone, if you put a hashtag and the letters FB for Facebook, that will send it to your, hopefully your fan page or your Mac Kid page. So you can really think about what you want to tweet as long as it makes sense on a Facebook page. You can tweet it and you can have kill two birds with one stone. There are applications that allow you to do this. You just kind of have to research and find them. The last one is using multiple accounts. Obviously, I use multiple accounts. I have my Super Mommy profile and then the Mac Kid Robinson I've been given, which I have been building up, but I mostly rely on my Super Mommy one. And to be able to do that, I use nottwitter.com. I use, there are two different things I've used. There's one called hootsuite.com, HOOTESUITE.com. It's a really nice program. Hootsuite is my favorite. Of all applications, it is my favorite. However, it is lacking here and there. What would be great is if we could pull the features from all these great applications and put them all into one. Every one seems to be missing something, but Hootsuite I've found is my favorite. When you finally get onto Hootsuite, this is your landing page. This is what it looks like, and kind of like that Twitter party, I have columns set up. I made it this way for myself. I have the tweets I've sent. I have mentions, and that means anybody who said something about me. Here's my direct message inbox, and here's my direct message outbox. If I want to add a stream, that would be one of these. I'm going to find the profile I want because, like I said to you, we have multiple profiles. And I want to do, let's say, retweets to me. Let's create that stream, and it will automatically put it over here for you. I don't know if anything will actually show up. It says it's busy. But you can create that any way you want, and you can use this tab here to widen and make smaller your streams. You can grab and pull and mix them up, move them the way you want to see them. I always like to have them together. And here's your little refresh button. If you want to delete that stream and get rid of it, you can move them left and right and change them. You can click delete and it will go away. My outbox, let's delete that stream. Are you sure? Sure, it's gone. Retweets, that obviously didn't work. Let's delete that. Now I've kind of cleaned up my box. You use it the same way. Here's where you type your messages. When I was telling you you could shrink URLs, this is how you do it here. If you type in, you can shrink it, and it puts it up there for you, which is really nice. Just make sure that the spacing is adequate there. You can tweet from multiple accounts here, and you can see I have multiple accounts. They're things that I actually take care of for another company. But you might have Super Mommy, and I don't even have my Mac Kid up here for feed to follow because I just really don't use it that often. I use Super Mommy instead for people. But in order, when you create the account, it will have your original account that you signed up with. What you want to do is go up here, I think it's this little owl, click little owl, and you want to go to your settings, social networks, I think, yeah. Click it, and you want to add a social network. I'm going to add a Twitter, submit. That's not what I want. Sorry guys. Let's X out of this one. Where is, I want to see my account. Here's my account information profile and all that other stuff. I think I was right in the right spot. Okay, social networks. I want to add a social network. You can keep track of your Facebook on here, actually. This is really nice. LinkedIn, if you have WordPress blog or MySpace or Foursquare blog, you can do that. You just have to set it up, submit, and kind of let it all connect. But let's see, I'm still trying to, you must sign in and allow Twitter to integrate. Let's see. I think you just add it in here. It won't give you so much trouble because I have so many accounts. I think that's why it's doing that to me. It will then allow you to create all these accounts, and so then it gives you all these tabs up here, and then you have specific landing pages for each. set up however you'd like. And kind of scroll through it, and to delete them you just X them. Let's see. If you want to keep track of someone, you just type it in there. Let's try that again. Oh, that's a lie. Okay, you got to create the account to be able to do that. But I can add the stream at least. Search, you can do search on here, do keywords and lists. Do the same thing I taught you on the other things. But that's one of the benefits you can do for multiple accounts. You can use your Facebook on here. That's one of the nicer things about it. The same thing happens for TweetDeck.com. And I always like TweetDeck because it allowed you to see every single follower that came. It would alert you. It has a really nice features for alerts and stuff. But the same thing, you just sign in or register. It looks a little bit different. And go to your thing. Here, let's do desktop. Bring it on. Oh, you know what? This is a new computer for me. My laptop's gone. I haven't used TweetDeck in so long, but then you would just download it. It's all free. It's very easy to use. It again, this is what it looks like on there. It has streams. It has a place to tweet. And this one has a way to automatically shrink your tweet to meet the character criteria. I was showing you some of the abbreviations. TweetDeck does that for you. That's a really nice feature as well. So you kind of play around with that one to link up your Facebook, your Twitter, or MySpace, whatever you're using. Those are some of the benefits of doing that. So those are just some tips that I had. I think someone mentioned Twellow.com, Twellow, for finding people. I didn't see a huge difference than going into the normal Twitter.com and doing kind of the same thing. But if you play around with it, you might also be able to find some new people to follow. To increase your following. But really the main thing is just kind of stick with it, promote it on your newsletter, promote it on your Facebook, and just keep waiting until people come. I just like it really for gathering information more so than tweeting out. I don't find a lot of followers on Twitter. Facebook is what I find very, very interactive. That's where most people are for me. So good luck. I hope you all have enjoyed this lovely, lovely tutorial. It's very late here and I'm tired, and I hope that this helps you in some way. And if it does still have the watermark on it, it's just because I didn't want to pay $100 to do this yet.